Good morning, Jehovah's Witness.
Jim, how may I help you?
Yeah, I just had a question I was wondering if someone could help me with. Do you have a minute?
Yes.
Oh, well, I was just looking at the news this morning, and I noticed your organization is in the news this morning on Newsweek.com.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you heard of Newsweek?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got very national, big media, It says, groundbreaking lawsuits claim Jehovah's Witnesses covered up years of sexual abuse, child sexual abuse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. I don't think they really tell you all about the different cases they've had, payouts, investigations.
Yeah. But I've never, but I've only been a witness for 5 years. So.
Oh, yeah. If you look on, it's really interesting. If you look on, do you know what the Watchtower online library is? It's where you can search further back.
Yeah.
And just search for, say, Catholic sex abuse or priest or something. You'll see so many articles coming up, as telling about the news, their different court cases, payouts. But that as far as the Watchtower organization, they have nothing on their website. And there's been recently payouts. There's been court cases. There was a huge investigation of us in Australia where...
may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for this call?
Yes. Yes, it's just informative, and I'm surprised that so many witnesses don't seem to kind of know what's going on. Do they instruct you to only look at their website?
No, not that I know of. I've never been told that.
Oh, I saw it in a video. They have these videos where the governing body talks, and he did say that. He said it's so dangerous to your faith or whatever, and he said stick to what we have authorized, jw.org. So yeah, that is telling them. And so then what it does is it keeps you all from kind of knowing what's going on, and I would be concerned about that if it was my church or something like that,
Okay. Well, thank you for calling.
Will you look it up?
No, because I have no desire to. Because we're only human, and people are imperfect, right?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with their policies. For example, the 2-witness rule, that they leave it in Jehovah's hands if there wasn't another person who saw it. Who does that? It's in the Elder's Manual, which is also now online because it was presented as evidence in Australia.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to argue with you.
It's not an argument. You know what? And when you say you don't want to know about it, the problem is perpetuated as long as everybody just accepts it and doesn't even want to read an article about it. Okay.
Have a good day. Okay.
Thanks anyways.
Good morning, Kingdom Hall.
Hi. I just had a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Say that again?
I just have a question I was wondering if someone could help me with. Do you have a minute?
Okay, hang on just a minute. Let me get you somebody.
Well, you're good. It's easy.
It's who?
It's easy. It's not a complicated question or anything. Do you have a minute?
Okay.
Go. It has to do with, I was just reading the news this morning on Newsweek.com. Have you ever heard of Newsweek?
Yes.
A pretty big media outlet. And can I just read the headline to you? I just wondered if you guys heard about this. It says, groundbreaking lawsuits claim Jehovah's Witnesses covered up years of child sexual abuse.
Never heard anything about that at all.
About child sexual abuse?
I know a lot about it, but I've never heard about it happening.
Oh, you don't know about the different cases that they have paid out money? There's a recent one for $35 million. You did?
I'm not aware of anything on that myself.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's getting to be kind of a reputation of the organization for covering up child sexual abuse.
Well, that's a terrible thing.
It is, because one reason for that is the Elders Manual has a 2-witness rule where for decades they just leave it in Jehovah's hands, as they say it, if there wasn't 2 witnesses. So.
Okay. Why don't I get your name and I can have someone to call you?
Oh, no, I just really enjoying talking to you because, I was just trying to find out if you guys knew about it. Because I have also noticed that on jw.org, there isn't anything about these cases or even the Australian Royal Commission on Child Sexual Abuse, where they were one of the groups investigated, and the governing body man even was testifying there. So I would think that's important, but all I can find on jw.org is articles about Catholics and priests and sexual abuse. So I was wondering why they put those on there, but not their own cases.
I do not know the answer to that question.
Yeah, so if you look at Newsweek.com or just Google it with Jehovah's Witnesses Child Sex Abuse Lawsuit, there's another one that came out also, kind of a mini documentary. It's called Silent No More. So there was 13 victims from the organization that kind of told what happened to them and stuff. So I just hope...
Certainly not what the Bible teaches, that's for sure.
No. So I think there needs to be more awareness and asking questions. But this case in New York is going to be the first where the governing body is going to be named as defendants. So we might actually see them have to testify. Because really, ultimately, they're responsible for the policies and, the direction. They say it comes from Jehovah and Jesus, But, okay, well, I hope you will check it out.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for talking to me. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Hello, this is Kingdom Hall.
Hi, I just had a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Sure.
Have you seen that the organization is in the news like this week?
Pardon me? I'm sorry. There's a lot of static on the line.
I know. I hear that. Did you know the organization is in the news like big time this week? Did you hear about it?
Who's speaking, please?
Christine.
Are you one of Jehovah's Witnesses too?
No. I just went to Newsweek.com and saw the headline. It was the first thing that came up.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, what it says here in this giant headline, it says groundbreaking lawsuits claim Jehovah's Witnesses covered up years of child sexual abuse.
Yeah, we're aware of that, but look at our website. It'll have more detail about it.
No, it doesn't have anything, but if you could show me where it talks about it, not about, that they hate child abuse, but...
No.
Yeah.
It's been a long-standing case. Just go to jw.org newsroom.
No, this is just being filed. I think it's going to be filed today. It's not a long-standing case. There is nothing about any of the Jehovah's Witness cases.
Okay. I'm not sure about that.
There's nothing, but just tons of articles about Catholic cases and payouts.
Right.
Could you email me if you find the link to them on jw.org?
I'm sorry.
They don't want you all to know.
Kingdom Hall,
Hi, I just have a question that I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Okay, sure, please.
I was reading the most recent Watchtower that came out, and I found it very interesting that they have all this stuff about apostates publishing lies and distorting facts on websites and through television.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, what exact article you're referencing, but
yeah,
yes,
it's the latest one posted.
Okay.
Because it just came out in New York. New York is they passed a law to extend like a window for sexual abuse victims. And on Wednesday, there's going to be one lawsuit which will name as defendants the 8 members of the governing body. And I think it's really interesting that they posted that, like, don't listen to anything like going on. This is a quotation from the lawyer. It says,
excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is there a particular question? Because I got something coming up in like 2 minutes I got to do.
Yeah, it's so shocking. Just so you know.
I want to make a comment about the article. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was asking, what do you think about that they published something like that, like don't listen to anything right before this is happening?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll call you back and we can talk about it another time, okay? But right now I'm very busy.
Okay. The lawyer's name is Zalkin. Hello?
Kingdom Hall.
Hi. I just had a question about something I heard about. I was just wondering what you guys thought about it, or if you heard about it. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Well, first of all, just to set the background, I was reading the most recent Watchtower that was posted on the jw.org website, and it just kind of stuck out to me that they said in an article not to listen to anything you hear in the news or on television. Okay, well, that just stuck out to me. And then within a while of reading that, what came out from New York State is that on Wednesday, a lawsuit will be filed by 2 victims against the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses in the New York State Supreme Court. So I find it very strange that right before that comes out, they have an article saying don't listen to media.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand exactly what you're saying. May I have your name and an address, and we can come and talk to you in person?
Oh, no, thank you. No. These governing body men are being sued in a child sexual abuse lawsuit.
Okay,
and,
I don't know what source you got that from, but that is absolutely untrue.
Okay, well, Google, it's part of the Child Victims Act, which was signed into law by the governor on February 14th. So this gives people that were molested, no matter how long ago it was, a window of opportunity to file suit. So Erwin Zalkin is the lawyer for these 2 that will be suing the governing body. And the Zalkin law firm has also exposed a database maintained by the Jehovah's Witnesses containing information about known child molesters within the organization that dates back.
That's completely untrue.
It's absolutely true. They have you can look at it in the court records. They have defied numerous court orders compelling. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. I got your number at the Kingdom Hall. They said you could call if you had any questions. I have a quick question.
Sure.
Yeah, I was wondering about something I was reading about in the news that on Wednesday there's going to be a case brought against the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses in the New York State Supreme Court. It's related to child sexual abuse. They just signed into law that for a year anyone can bring charges, and file a lawsuit. No matter how long ago their abuse was. So Zalkin is the attorney, and he also was talking about the secret database that Jehovah's Witnesses have containing information about child molesters within the organization that has been for decades. And there's been other court orders where they won't comply with the order to produce this database in several lawsuits. So it's just surprising to me to read this. I know they've had some lawsuits, but I never heard of one against the governing body. I was just wondering what is the reaction of everybody, and what's your thought about that?
Yeah. What's your name?
Christine.
Where are you from?
I don't want to give my information, if that's okay.
Oh, well. Well, I can tell you how that most of us feel anyway. It would be that I'm not familiar with what you're talking about there about the lawsuit or anything, but
okay. Well,
Jehovah's Witnesses organization, as far as the organization, they're so far ahead of any of the other religions like Catholic or Protestant as regards child abuse and such, molesters. Years and years ago, we were directed by the organization or the governing body to follow the laws of the land wherever we live as regards that. So, like if we heard of a sexual abuse case, it was reported to the authorities as it should have been. And that's been carried throughout the ages here. So,
well,
I really don't think there'll be any problem.
Yeah, they've paid out money in settlements And a recent case in Pennsylvania, Stephanie Fessler has a mandatory reporting, and they did not. Now, in the Australia case, they had over 1,000 alleged abusers on their list, on their records. They didn't call the police on one. So that's highly disputed. That's what they say.
I think you'll find that, as a rule, that was what was followed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Why didn't they?
And
that's only in states where it's required. So what they do first, and it says this in the Elders Manual, is they call the branch office first, not the police first. They call to see basically if it's a mandatory reporting state. And I'm sure you know about the 2-witness rule, right?
The what now?
2-witness rule that's in the Elders Manual.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. How many people do you think are molested in front of a witness?
Well, that's where it's reported whether there's 2 witnesses or not. If there's a reporting, if someone said, well, they were abused or someone thought they were abused or some if you even heard of it, it was reported to the proper authorities.
Why were none reported in Australia? Did you watch the Australia Royal Commission?
I have no idea.
Oh,
it sounds like you're on the scoop there. So just keep up the good work.
Would you like to watch the Australia Royal Commission? Your governing body member testified